Hello, girls. Welcome back to your social studies class. Today, you're going to understand Chapter 5 Natural Resources. But before we move further, let's understand what is a resource. A resource is something a person uses to fulfill its need. For example, we need a brush to brush our teeth. We need a doctor to cure us, isn't it? So, all these are resources. So, watch the video carefully to understand the three types of resources.
Now let's understand the three types of resources. First, human resource. Second, capital resource. And third, natural resource. Children, according to your book, we have to learn natural resource. But I'm going to tell you even what is human and capital resource. So it will be a revision for you. Okay? Human resource. Human resources are people who provide us service. For example, doctor. Doctor provides us service, isn't it? When we are not well, we go to the hospital, she or he checks us, gives us medicines, and in return, we give them money. So, this is a kind of service. Some more examples of human resource, that is policeman, teacher, chef. Second, capital resource. Capital resources are goods that are made and used to provide services. For example, money, kitchen tools. Now, as I've already told you, when we go to the market or when we go to the doctor or we go anywhere, when we give money, then only we get service, isn't it? Now, kitchen tools. When you're working in the kitchen, when your mama is cooking, she needs the knife, she needs a dish to cook. So, these are all capital resources. Another thing, that is tools. School supplies or stationery items, even your pencil, rubber, sharpener, bag, books, copies, these are all capital resources. Okay? Now, the third kind, that is also our main topic today, natural resource. Natural resources are things that are found on earth and can be used by people. They come from nature and are not made by people. Children, by the word natural, you must have understood what we are going to talk about. So, natural means all those things that God has made and people have not made. Okay? Let's see a few examples. Sunlight, wind, water. All this is natural, okay? These are all natural resources. Minerals, forest and animals. Even we humans, we are all natural resources. Natural resource is divided into two types, that is renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources means those resources that are found in plenty and do not reduce in quantity when used again and again by humans. They are inexhaustible. Inexhaustible means something that does not finish as it exists in a huge quantity. Okay? For example, sun, wind, animals, soil. So these are all examples of renewable resources that do not reduce even if we use them again and again in good quantity. Now, non-renewable resources. These resources exist in limited quantity and cannot be used forever. They are exhaustible. Exhaustible means that they can be used or finished up. Okay? They can be used up or finished up if we use extra. For example, copper, gold, coal, petrol. If we use them in extra quantity and waste them, then they can finish and we will not have them anymore. Uses of natural resources. Things that we use in our daily life are derived from natural resources. Some resources can be used directly, while some need to be changed from their original form before they can be used. So what they are saying here, uses of natural resources. So whatever we use in our daily life, these are all derived from natural resources. Derived means they come from our natural resources. Okay, some natural resources or some resources we can use directly. But some resources cannot be used directly. Their form needs to be changed. Means they need to be purified. Okay? They need to be cleansed. Maybe they are not in that form that we can use them. For example, water. Water can be used directly. It is used to produce electricity. So water can be used directly, but in our house, what do we do with water? We do not use it directly from the tap. We use ROs, we use filters, or we boil water, isn't it? To clean it. Dams. We use dams to produce electricity. Fossil fuel. What is fossil fuel? Fossil fuels are formed from the remains of animals and plants buried very deep inside the earth for several years. So, all those animals and plants that are dead and they are buried deep inside the earth for several years or for millions of years, then fossil fuel is formed. Okay? And that fossil fuel is used, or from that fossil fuel, what is obtained? Coal, petroleum, diesel, gas, and natural gas that we use, okay, in our house for cooking fuels. So all these things are obtained from fossil fuels. Due to the increase in population, the demand for natural resources too has increased. So, there are two important sources of energy that can help us conserve fossil fuels by being an alternative source of energy. So, due to the increase of population, they are all increasing and increasing, isn't it? So, our demands also are increasing. And what will happen if all this will keep on going on in this way? Then our natural resources will finish. So, to avoid all this, we have two important sources of energy. They are solar energy and wind energy. Both of them produce electricity, but mostly solar energy is used. Solar energy. Solar energy is used for heating and generating electricity. Wind energy too is used to make electricity. Now, conservation of natural resources. We can conserve our natural resource by following the few ways listed. Means we can save our natural resources by the following ways. Okay. First, always separate the biodegradable waste from the non-biodegradable waste. Now, what are biodegradable waste? Biodegradable waste means those waste that can be easily decomposed. For example, fruit peels, vegetables, etc. Children, I hope you all know the meaning of decomposed. It means that it should get mixed up with the soil. Non-biodegradable waste means those waste materials that cannot be easily decomposed. For example, plastic bottles, juice tins, etc. Second, do not leave taps running when not in use. And I know most of you girls might be doing this. While you are brushing, the tap is on and water is flowing. So we should not do that. The third thing, do not cut trees. We need wood to make our furnitures. But if we are cutting one tree, we should plant at least 10. Okay? Fourth, protect wildlife by banning activities like poaching and hunting. Poaching means illegal hunting of animals. So this should be banned, means it should be stopped. Fifth, use public means of transport to conserve petroleum. So we should use cycles, bus, trains, all these things instead of using our personal vehicles. Sixth, use alternate source of energy such as solar energy and wind energy. Now let's revise once. Natural resources are of two types, that is renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources do not reduce in quantity even with continuous use. Non-renewable resources exist in limited quantity and cannot be used forever. Natural resources should be used carefully in order to conserve them. So girls, read this lesson, understand the video, watch it as many times you can and be ready for the exam. Okay? Thank you and God bless. The question answers I'll be posting by evening.